Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. Let me show you what I made using these fun goodies from Spellbinders. So I received some of the dies and stamp set from the Esther Glass collection, and let me show you what I got. So I received this cutting die. This is the Keepsakes clip die. Now this one, if I remember correctly, is going to be offered as a freebie with purchase. I think you have to buy, I want to say $75 of goodies from this collection, but I'm not sure. I'll link to the to Spellbinders in the description box. But this is a really cool one. It has the clip part of the clipboard, has this little paper clip which I loved, and a couple of sentiment rectangles. So really cute. I like the way this was put together as a little extra die set. Then I also received this stamp and coordinating die set. This is words, so sightseeing, multitasking, going, really cute. And I love this image, so pretty. And then here's the coordinating die. So the die will cut out the image. It has some numbers, a couple of punctuation marks, and this arrow that these sentiments will fit in. So that's the stamp set I got. Then I received this 3D embossing folder. This is number field, so it embosses beautifully all these numbers. Then my die sets. Oh friends, these were so much fun. So this one is, what's the name of it? Torn Edges Card Lab. Look how pretty. So you can use these for your Rolodex projects. And you don't have to use them for Rolodex projects. You can use them for cards or for, your journals, whatever you think you want to use it for. It has all these different sized little tags that the sentiments will fit in. It has some hearts, little snowflakes. So it has a snowflake, a leaf, a flower, and a sunburst that you can use as your whole reinforcement. Plus it has the regular ones there. So pretty. Then the next one is, this is the Torn Edges with tag. So cute too. So you can die cut this and you get that torn edge look. So you have the larger one and the smaller one. You have your little photo corner here. These could be your little screws. You cut them out of your paper and you put them there. Here's a paper clip. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Then this one is page with flat pocket. So you get this nice large page. This one can cut out and make a little pocket. You have these that could be little tickets or tabs, a little clip, and then your whole reinforcers. Loving those too. Then this one is keepsake capsule page. So you get all the whole alphabet there that you can die cut out. Another page. This one can be a tag. This can be a pocket. And then your little, these could be your little closure pieces. And I'll show you. I used one of them on one of my projects. But loving this. And I have to say, I also love the inspiration photos, whoopsies, on the packaging. Now this one is keepsake capsule borders. So this is all borders, you can see, and they're the length of the page. Loving that. And then these three, so these will cut out your rectangle, but then there's these embossing lines here, so you can fold it in half and you'll have your little tabs. So pretty. But let's get to the projects. Let me show you what I made. So I made 4 different projects. I made 2 cards and 2 pages for, you could use them for a junk journal or for your little binder. And I know there's a, yeah, it's called Dark Roast Binder. I'll pop a picture of that up on screen right now so you can see what that would look like. But I didn't have that. So I pulled in one of the other binders I have in my stash. Let me show you. This is just one I got a few years ago, that I think 2 years ago, that I was going to use for a December daily, but as you can see, I never got to it. But this will fit in here. Let me show you. This, it's only going to use 2 of the 6 holes versus the way it's used in the Dark Roast binder, but I think it works, you know, in a pinch, and then that will fit there, right? So I'm going to make more of these to put in this binder. I'm going to try and do a December daily this year. We'll see. But as I was telling you, see the little clip here? So I used a brad that I had in my stash, and I put a hole through here, and I did a back page. So it's hidden behind or between the 2 pages. And this is holding my little tag together. And here I just used some new paste that I got. But I love this. This has a nice brick paper look. Oh, I forgot to show you what I actually used for my papers. I don't really have a lot of, like, I don't know, junk journaling or kind of multimedia type looking things. I need to get some though, now that I'm loving playing with these dies. But I pulled out this paper pad from Michael's that I've had in my stash for, let's see, it was from 2019, for many, many years. And it had a lot of nice papers, kind of vintagey looking papers that I thought I could use. And they worked out great. So I did that. And then I had this little chiffon, is that what it's called? Chiffon ribbons that I got. These I just got off Amazon. I'll link to everything in the description box. But this is a little pocket for a gift card here. And then I'm going to probably add a sentiment here. And then this, I'm leaving a space for a photo. But then this keeps it closed. Then on the back, this, I added that paper clip. And then behind there, there's that sentiment that says best wishes. I probably should do some ink blending around this side. I think I did some, maybe not. Maybe I didn't do any on this one. But that's project number 1. Then the next page I made, this was actually a 4x6 cut apart in that paper pack. So I just cut it down and then punch the holes in it, and this is going to be what I add in front of this page. So I didn't attach it, it's not glued on, but it'll go in front of this page. And then I used this paper, which was like that full sheet that has a large image on the bottom, and I cut it so that you could see the Christmas trees and the houses and the winter scene. And then here's one of those edge dies that I was telling you, you just fold it and then you get your little tab here. And then on the back, I use these little pockets, see, and I can put gift cards in there or photos in there, whatever I want to add. And of course, I use little hole reinforcements. So I'm loving the paper choices I made for these. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that paper pack. It's been in that stash so long. Then here, oh, look at this one. So I used that 3D embossing folder here for my background panel. And then I did some ink blending around it. And I just used my distress ink. So I think I used Vintage Photo. Yeah, Vintage Photo. And then here I popped up this clip part of the clipboard, added the one tag that says December, put a little brad in there. This was another cut apart, but I fussy cut around the main image, added it there, added another die cut paper clip. And then when I cut this piece out, I thought it looked a little too plain. So I die cut it also out of some craft cardstock and kind of layered it. And I love that torn edge look on the bottom. Isn't that cute? And then with a strip I cut off of the embossed panel, I added it to the inside of my card. Then last but not least, look at this. Isn't that a pretty card? I love this. So I used one of the dies to cut this tag, and then I had this scrap piece with a kind of torn edge look from one of the other projects, and I thought I'll add it to the bottom kind of for like a layered effect. Then I stamped this that says crafting, an all day kind of thing, right? Isn't crafting an all day kind of thing for you? And then I added some more of that chiffon ribbon, did some ink blending around that pattern paper, and I did pop up my little tag here. Now I didn't color in the image, I just stamped it, and I stamped it once, and normally I might have gone back and stamped a second time for a more solid black look, but I love the way this has like a vintagey look, so just with a one stamping, it was perfect the way it was. And then with some of the scraps of pattern paper, I added those to the inside. And I love the way these all turned out. So here's my 2 cards I made. Here's my 2 December daily pages, because that's what I'm going to use them for, my December daily that I'm hoping to get done this year. And these were all using the dies, stamps, embossing folders from the Esther Glass collection. And this is the Turn the Page collection. So I'm loving it. There will also be a bundle offered. It's going to have, it's called Turn the Page Capsule Bundle, and that's going to have 4 items in it. So I'll link to that as well. Now, if you've got some of Esther's past products, you're going to love that new binder, because that allows for her older products to continue to be used. So that dark rose binder is perfect. I think I just may order that and make that what I use for my December daily. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about guests.